Stephen William Hawking was born on the 8th of January 1942 in Oxford, UK, 3 years after the death of Galileo. His father was a well-known researcher in tropical medicine who urged his son to take a career in medicine, but Stephen chose to study mathematics and physics instead. His mother was a well-known political activist. He also had three siblings, Edward, Philippia, and Mary Hawking.
Hawking entered Oxford University in 1959. He did little schoolwork as he was able to grasp the essentials of a physics or mathematics problem quickly. During his time at Oxford, he became increasingly interested in physics and graduated with a first-class honours in 1962. He immediately began postgraduate studies in Cambridge University, mostly in cosmology. His talents were recognized in Cambridge, and he was encouraged to carry on his studies. His marriage in 1965 gave him the determination to make professional progress in the world of science. He received his doctorate degree in 1966 to start his lifelong research with Cambridge.
In 1963, during his time at Cambridge, Hawking was diagnosed with a slow progressing form of motor neuron disease known as ALS, which is the most common form of motor neuron disease. ALS affects the cells and nerves in the brain and spinal cord, which control the muscles. Throughout Cambridge, his condition worsened. He couldn't talk or walk, he fell over more often than usual, and he couldn't swallow or breathe without medical help. When he was first diagnosed with ALS, Hawking was told he had 2 years to live, but Hawking lived on with the disease for 55 years before his death. By the late 1960s, he was put into a wheelchair, and in 1985, he lost the ability to speak. From then on, he spoke via a computer system, which he operated by moving muscles in his cheek and provided with around-the-clock care.
Stephen Hawking was famous for his discoveries, especially those that relate to black holes and the Big Bang. He worked on singularities in our universe in his thesis with collaborator Roger Penrose. Together they published a proof showing that based on the laws we believe govern society, Hawking then worked on formalizing the maths that describes the properties of black holes. His most famous equation was produced through this work with Jacob Bekenstein, where they connected the entropy of a black hole to its surface area. Hawking and Penrose demonstrated that Albert Einstein's theory of relativity suggests that space and time began at the birth of the universe and ends within black holes, which implies that Einstein's theory and quantum theory must be united. Hawking had a fascination for black holes. He hypothesized the so-called second law of black hole dynamics in 1970. It states that the event horizon of a black hole can never get smaller. He also coined the term Hawking's radiation. This term refers to how black holes emit radiation until all their energy is depleted and they evaporate.